the good news. The Orioles fans snatched up the tickets to the wild cards in the playoffs, but that's also the bad news because that means the games are officially sold out. And if you're hitting the aftermarket options to get yourself a seat, that can be risky as putting your fate in the hands of the Yankees. Let's check back in with Jamie Costello. So, Jamie, we're not the only ones excited about the postseason. Counterfeiters getting in on the action, too.
Well, you know, in baseball, especially around here, we've been 15 years and scalpers have not made their money, but they're trying to make their money coming up in October, especially next weekend for the wild card in the first two games of the divisional series. Josie Sturman with a great story tonight. She sat down with Orioles executives and also security experts to find out to be very wary of these scams.
On a sleepy fall Wednesday afternoon, without the team even in town, business was brisk at the ticket window at Camden Yards. Fans anxious to sit in the stands for the Birds' final home games, but even more excited about the potential for the postseason.
Our children are big O's fans, and I think it would be exciting to see our home team go.
3-year-old Lucia and 6-year-old Gianni are as psyched as anyone in Baltimore to see the Orioles move on. And because their mom Danielle doesn't have playoff tickets yet, she's going to have to take her chances with an aftermarket seller, and she knows she has to be careful.
People will try to do anything to scam and make money and sell you, I guess, fake tickets.
Counterfeiting is big business in the world of baseball, especially as the season winds down, crowds heat up, and the stakes get higher.
Anytime there's a greater demand for any sporting event, you're going to see an increase in potential scams and fraud.
Greg Bader with the Orioles says while counterfeits weren't a huge problem for the team in the regular season, he knows the risk is higher as the Birds roll on and fans clamor for a chance to watch.
We are certainly worried, and Major League Baseball is always worried about possible counterfeit tickets and people who are unauthorized and selling tickets they simply don't have.
But that doesn't stop scammers. What they don't have, they can easily fake or make with their own Orioles magic.
A counterfeiter with desktop technology can pretty much create anything they want.
It's up to people like Baltimore's Bill Patterson to keep you from getting scammed. He works for OPSEC, a company that secures everything from tickets to licensed merchandise for the National Football League, Major League Baseball, and others. From barcodes to holograms and even special ink, it's a constant battle to stay ahead. Patterson doesn't know what security is being used in this year's playoff tickets, but he says scammers certainly will.
Counterfeiters want to get an early hand on the ticket so they can not only discover what security elements are in the ticket, but replicate as many of those features as possible to be able to pass them to the end consumer as well as the gate official.
Passing them off as real to you depends on how much time the scammer gets to make the tickets look authentic. While Patterson says teams often hold off sending tickets to keep scammers in the dark, once they're out, you need to know what a fake looks like.
If you notice that colors are out of registration, inks tend to smudge. I've even seen tickets where the edges have been manually cut with a pair of scissors.
Also check out the paper the tickets are printed on. It shouldn't split along the edges. And the Orioles say there's one big red flag that shows you're buying bogus playoff seats.
When these are printed, there's no dates or times on them because the postseason schedule has not been settled.
Once it's set, Orioles fans have faith their team will be on it. But that doesn't mean they should trust just anyone ready to sell them a ticket. Josie Sturman, ABC 2 News Investigators.